The Laurentians tower over the northern banks of the St. Lawrence River for hundreds of miles, creating a veritable outdoor playground unique to this part of the world. Right now I'm at the base of a very prominent Laurentian peak, one steeped in history for mountain biking in the Quebecois, and home to perhaps the single most storied and historic mountain bike World Cup venue on the planet. My name is Bryce Sherbach, and this is Underexposed in Mont Saint-Anne, Quebec. 45 minutes from downtown Quebec City, Mont Saint-Anne is a four-season playground that rises over 2,000 feet above the small town of Beaupré and offers up lifts for mountain biking to go along with a truly vast network of cross-country and enduro trails adjacent to the bike park. MSA is a part of a coalition of Quebec City trail centers called the Quebec Vélo des Montagnes, which also includes Vallée du Nord, Sentier de Molène, Empire 47, and Massif. There is amazing riding throughout the region, but perhaps no other center offers up the truly big mountain experience the way MSA does. My trip here for Underexposed happened to coincide with the first ever QCMTB symposium, which featured movers and shakers throughout the mountain bike world, from Quebec and far beyond, and I had the extremely good fortune to spend quite a lot of time with one of the featured personalities from the symposium and the architect of Mont Saint-Anne's World Cup. Patrice Drouin not only brought the World Cup to Mont Saint-Anne, he basically brought mountain biking to Quebec City. The mountain bike Hall of Famer retired from his World Cup duties after 2019, but he still calls this place home and is perhaps more qualified than any other individual in all of Quebec to talk about the intersectionality of trails in this beautiful community.
My name is Patrice Drouin. I live in Saint-Féréol-les-Neiges since 40 years. I've been here for a while, and actually today I'm running a inn with my wife Lisa. She's from Sweden, Åre, Sweden, and we run also a farm with animals, and we raise a kid of 12 years old, so we have a lot to do. People are moving to Mont Saint-Anne. A lot of people are moving here now. It's booming. Moving from the city to here because of the diversity of activities and the nature. Very close to everything. You don't need to take your car to do anything here. If you go alpine skiing, you don't walk 6 kilometers to go skiing. You take your car, you go there, but this is probably the only activity you need to a car, because cross-country ski trails, mountain bike, trekking, off-piste skiing, you can start from your home, cross the street, go, get lost in the forest.
Each of the 5 trail centers that make up the Quebec Vélo des Montagnes offer their own brand of mountain biking for the Quebec City region. At Mont Saint-Anne, it's a big mountain flavor of riding with a hulking 2,000 feet of prominence from the valley floor and over 160 kilometers of trails to choose from. The Beast, as it's affectionately known, is really a loamy and rowdy paradise for intermediate level riders and up.
'81, '82, I don't recall exactly when, but I saw first mountain bike in Whistler in the village. The village was very small, it was just a couple of shops and a little hub. And I saw a mountain bike, and that got me by surprise, because I liked riding on dirt roads with regular bikes in the past. So I stopped the guy, he told me where I bought this bike, and a few days after I was there on Robson Street, and we're at Robson Cycle. So I was there in those years, and I came back here, opened a shop downtown Quebec, selling only custom bikes, made in California by Fisher and Richie and Steve Potts and all those guys. And I started also a mountain bike federation, Mountain Bike Association, Association Québécoise du Vélo de Montagne, with friends. We decided that we were selling bikes, mountain bike was selling like a lot in the shops in 84, 85, 86, but there was nobody who took care about the sport, like where do we ride, what type of riding. People wanted to race, there was no race. So in '84 I founded this association, federation, and we started a calendar, and we run events, at Mont Saint-Anne first. This is where it started. And the association was also running the recreative side of the sport and the competitive side of the sport, both. So we were doing trail building, managing territories for mountain bike, helping ski resort to develop, not only for racing but also for the general public. I was requested to go to UCI, even before UCI exists, in Belgium, to start working on a task force to create a circuit, like a World Cup and World Champs. The group around the table was basically the country that would be contributing to the first year of the World Cup, 1991. So everyone had the responsibility to find a destination in their country and an organizer and run an event. So I was the Canadian to run a Canadian event in Canada. So I said, it's going to be Mont Saint-Anne. But I could not run an event like I was running the other events before. It was a World Cup. Before I was running the East Canadian Championships provincial race, like fun events. So I decided to be more professional. So I asked a friend of mine, Chantal, to join me, and we incorporated Gestev, the company, in '91, and we ran the first World Cup in Mont Saint-Anne.
The role Mont Saint-Anne has played in the global community of mountain biking is more significant than many people realize. This is, in many ways, the epicenter for World Cup racing. Patrice, Chantal, and the rest of that original World Cup roundtable very much started something from scratch. And while the learning curve was steep, the people in and around this corner of Quebec have always been there to help see things through. Like the learning curve, all of it, all of it was worth it for you.
Absolutely. Today I'm not missing too much putting on events, producing events, and everything that comes with it. The pressure, and I'm good at managing pressure, but I don't miss that portion. What I miss is the people, the connection with organizers, with the media, with the athletes, with the destinations in all the different sports we did, but in mountain biking precisely. It's all that environment that I grew up for, 4 decades. It's this I miss. I stay in touch with people. We write each other. We see each other sometimes. When I travel in Europe, I will make a stop here, stop there, and when they come and visit. Like this summer for the 30th edition, I have a colleague who put on events in Cairns that comes to Mont Saint-Anne. I have another guy, another racer, Christian Taillefer, a French guy, comes for the celebrations. So I'll see a lot of people coming from all over the place. But that I miss. But every effort, single effort, and I'm sure Chantal, my associate in Gestev, would say the same, every effort worth what it gave us in return, like the connection with the people, the volunteer base, that we had, was amazing. Like a couple hundred volunteers that signs every year and come to work for us permanently or stay as volunteers. This is a sign of appreciation of what we do. So that was very important to us, and it's still very important. And I miss a little bit of that.
By the time you're watching this, the finals for the 2025 World Cup season will have just wrapped up. And with that, we sadly will have to say goodbye to Mont as a stop on the circuit, for now at least. Like everyone else here, I was rather shocked and sad to see that the most legendary of mountains would not be a part of the calendar for 2026. Quite honestly, I think that's a huge mistake on the part of UCI and Warner. But the magic of this place has never really been about the action between the tape. It's always been about the people putting the tape up and taking it down. Right now, we have to bid farewell to the World Cup, but lucky for us, this community isn't going anywhere.